Well, welcome to Focus Today. I'm your host, Perry Atkinson, and delighted to have in the studio with us today a couple of friends. First of all, we have Sharre Whitson with us. She's the Executive Director of Redemption Ridge, and Terry Rasmussen. What are you, President, CEO?
President works.
He's the guy that the buck stops at his desk and then passes to Sherry's desk.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're here to get an update of what's happening with Redemption Ridge, one of the great new ministries in Southern Oregon, doing a terrific work. And we want to learn more about Grace House, which is going to be a special facility to help young girls trafficking out of sex trafficking. So good to see you both. How you doing?
Good to be here. Doing great. You know, I'm really excited to announce that we've already met 70% of our goal for the building of Grace House.
Really?
And it's right there.
Really?
And it's been wonderful. We've had over 800 hours of volunteer labor out there helping with the project. We had a whole electrical team out there and just buzzing and making things happen. And so it's so close. It's exciting to see how much work has been done and that this vision is within reach.
Well, that's wonderful. And you were saying Precision came out there and just wired it up.
Travis Snyder and Precision Electric, they had over 20 electricians out there. They even had one gal out there who was a secretary in the office, and she just wanted to come hang out and be a part of it. So she was handing out water and moving gear around and making the guys supplied with their materials, and it was like a beehive.
Well, God bless you, Travis, and the whole group there. All right, what's the timeline you're on, Terry? What kind of timeline here?
We're figuring we can be done with this in about 6 weeks. It'd be a good goal. Now, you know, a lot is dependent on future funding, you know, getting that done, and volunteers, because we are very dependent on volunteers. And so anytime you're dependent on funds coming in, volunteers showing up, that timeline kind of stretches and moves around. But I can tell you that Claudio Alvarez is heading up the construction of this, and he's just doing an amazing job out there. And we have a gentleman by the name of Ron Asbill who lives just a few blocks from the facility, and he's a retired guy from OIT, and he's really being the project manager, and just he's a, you know, does a lot out at Trail Christian Fellowship as far as just helping people within the church, and he's just one of these guys that just helps, and he's just taken on this whole project. And Claudio says, this is what we got to get done today, and he makes sure it happens with whatever volunteers show up.
He's our volunteer coordinator.
All right, now the goal of this house is to do what? Just the overall purpose of this house.
The purpose of the house is to house teenage minor victims of human trafficking, females.
Okay.
So girls that have been rescued by law enforcement, DHS, maybe they've escaped on their own. Currently, in the current environment within the state, if a girl is rescued, the law enforcement has no place to put her. So she either goes back to her pimp, which is very typical because that's the environment they're familiar with and secure with, or they go back to an environment at home which is not safe and secure. It's the whole reason they were victimized in the first place, is they typically don't come from a safe environment at home. So there's no place for these girls to go. And we're trying to provide that first facility of its kind in the state.
Let me say to our viewers and listeners, I got a specific thing I'm going to lay on you here in just a moment, so don't go anywhere. Listen carefully, because I think there's 4 of you that can handle this today. But Sherry, tell us, once this is done, to man this operation and to meet all the qualifications is a big task.
It is, and we've also been able to raise a big chunk of the support to sustain the project. So once we've got the building open, we'll be able to keep it open. But it has to be manned 24 hours a day, and we also, after building this, we have to furnish it. And each girl will have her private room for healing, and really, this is the first program in Southern Oregon and the first one south of Portland. And so this is it, and there is a lot of things that go into it. We have a licensed therapist that provides that needed care from healing from that complex trauma that they've endured.
Which, by the way, is a long period of time.
Oh, you're looking at a year, 18 months or more, and so they can stay with us as long as it takes, because you're also teaching life skills and what is their future plans? What happens when they turn 18? What's their goal for a future? If we don't have a hope for a future, then you're vulnerable again. And so education is provided for them there. What is there? Maybe college, they want to do that. They can start working on units and just teaching life skills and family and safety and healing from those past wounds. Truly restoration for their life is going to happen at Grace House.
Redemption Ridge, there you go.
Yes.
Well, I got to say that, Terry, since your testimony involvement in this is remarkable. Because you weren't looking to get involved in this,
no.
right?
No.
And so it just shows you how God works on people and through everything. And so here we are from the time when God started dealing with you and you got exposed to the problem. Of course, here we are on the I-5 corridor, which is huge. And the trafficking just through Jackson County is staggering. You know, it's staggering. You guys know the stats. So we're down to where all of a sudden Southern Oregon is going to have one of the premier facilities to reach out and to minister to these young gals. But we have you need 4 beds. Now these aren't average beds. These are beds that are what?
Well, they're going to be built in. Part of the room, and they're going to be captain's beds, so they'll have drawers underneath of them for the girls to put their stuff. The rooms are small, so the rooms are about 8 by 8, 8 by 7.
Wow.
They're very small. We're not making them big intentionally because we want them out in the population, you know, the living room and that area intermingling, not hibernating in their room all the time. So they're small rooms. There's not a room for a dresser. There'll be a little bit of room to hang some belongings in there. But we need to build these captain's beds with drawers under them for the clothes that they do have. And they cost about $545 a piece to build this captain's bed. And then we need to put a mattress on it, which is $250 a mattress. So we're about $795 there. And then we need sheets and pillows and stuff like that. So $850 per bed. We have 3 of them funded. There's been some people that literally gave construction funds for the entire bedroom, including furnishings, on 3 bedrooms. The rest we've had to raise money for, and these 4 are left that need beds and everything that goes with a bed. So about $850 a piece.
$850. Now maybe a couple of families could go together and do one, but I'd like to see these things get taken care of today. And so if the Lord's moving on your heart and you'd like to buy one of these beds or pay for one of them, they're in construction now, so 3 have been paid for. We need 4 more taken care of. What do they do? Call you? What do they do, Sharre?
Yeah, they can just reach us on our website or call us, so redemptionridge.com, and you can go right on there. You can make an online donation, and in the note, just put a safe bed for a precious child,
okay.
Or just make a note of that, or you can call us at our office, 541-816-4415.
Okay, so for $850, that includes the captain's bed, the sheets, the mattress, and all of the things that go with it. Built in, they need 4 more to take care of that. So if the Lord's leading to you to do that, there's 4 of you listening right now. You just need to obey the Lord. And you can call them 816-4415, 816-4415, or you can go to redemptionridge.com and take care of it online there. Any other needs you got? What's the overall project? No, none of these things just happen.
It's big.
Here's how you spell faith. R-I-S-K.
Step out. Step out.
One of the needs is just volunteers. If you're interested, you don't have to be skilled at it. We will help you. There's a lot of things that you can do. So let us know if you're interested in volunteering the project and coming out. I know they're laying some subflooring. You get to staple it down and put some glue, and there'll be somebody there to supervise you in doing that. So if you want to volunteer, we do screen anybody that goes out first. They have to also sign a confidentiality statement, so we take care of that, but that's an opportunity. And some upcoming construction things, any financial contribution will help get these materials, but we also, drywall's coming up. If you happen to be a drywall contractor and you want to donate your time, or your supplier, if you can get your supplier to donate materials, that's something, as well as doors and cabinetry. Those are some things coming up.
It's a big project. It's kind of like, what's unique about this is the most public, non-public event I've ever heard of.
I know.
Yeah. Let's go on TV and talk about a place that we can't tell about.
Yeah,
Tell you about.
Can't tell you
we
where
want
it's
you
at.
to give money to a project you can't see. No, but I mean, at the end of the day, this is very confidential, because once it's up and running, it becomes very private. long-term, and a lot of heavy work goes on there, and skilled people will be there to work with that. But in these construction projects, everybody gets involved. How far along are you, Terry?
So as we talked about, the interior framing is done. That's been completed last week, and then on Friday, well, plumbing went in last week, and then Friday, Travis and Precision came out and wired it to the nines, and security, Johnson Controls was out there putting their wiring in at the same time. We've got sprinkler systems in, the roughed in, HVAC systems, and all the duct work is roughed in. So, you know, we're getting ready to start buttoning things up, you know, with sheetrock and that kind of stuff. But, you know, just, I'm thinking of Johnson Controls and the security system. You know, there's a $20,000 security system that's going to go in that isn't paid for yet. So, you know, that's another thing. We have to have some surveillance cameras. We have to have security on every window and door as far as who can go in and out.
Now, these are part of your qualifications.
Yes,
yes.
for state licensing.
Yeah.
So it has to be secure, not to keep the girls in. This is not a facility to lock the girls in. This is to keep the bad people out, you know, because the pimps are very controlling and they're violent. So we need to be able to have it very secure for these girls so that they feel safe. These girls have never felt safe in their life. Typically they come from homes where abuse was happening, and so that's what makes them vulnerable to go out and become vulnerable to trafficking.
Right.
Well, their life is what you and I understand is secure. They've never experienced.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to bring that environment to this home.
And I think security is a big issue where they can come in and feel secure. In fact, it takes quite a while to build all that up and the confidence of all of that.
And I want to say Johnson Controls also donated all of their time and labor, and it's just
wonderful.
the equipment.
Southern Oregon's just got a big heart.
I'm seeing that everywhere. Every company and subcontractor that's been involved is just giving. They're so giving of their time, and even going to their suppliers and saying, what can you do?
Well, I know there's 4 of you listening, watching right now, and by the time they get back to the office, I hope this is taken care of. 4 people at $850 to finish paying for 4 of the 7 beds they're going to go in. Their captain's bed, so 3 have already been paid for. 4 and more needs to be taken care of. That includes the cabinetry of the bed, which is drawers underneath and all that, the mattress, and the bedding material as well. And so for $850, you're going to make a major part and some young gal recovering and getting her life back. So give them a call, 816-4415, that's 541, 816-4415, or you can go online at redemptionridge.com and support them there. Will you guys keep us posted?
Absolutely.
Because we want to get this done. We want to get you open, get past all this stage so you can get on to the main part of what God calls you to do.
Yes.
Construction projects can kill you. That's just one of the things. It's just a tool to do what God's really called you to do.
Exactly.
So thank you both for coming in.
Thanks, Barry.
Thanks.
Appreciate you having us
Thanks
on.
for
God bless you
having
back.
us.
We'll be right back.
I'm Paulina Leiser, producer of Focus Today. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure to check our other videos at theDove.us.